Hey guys, today, oh my god, I cannot do it. I cannot do it to save my life. Please help me. So, the first question that you might be asking is, Kelly, why do you look like you just stepped fresh out of a clown asylum? And I'm so happy that you asked that. This is my Christmas poncho. I got it at Target. It makes my forehead look really, really big when I put on the hood. And it has a little bell in the back. I wear it every single time I shoot a Let's Play video, so if you hear jingles, that's why. The other question you might be asking is, Kelly, why are you wearing a Christmas poncho? It is August, not December. It's also 90 degrees today, so I'm really feeling it today. Recently, I just got back from Minnesota. That's where I went. That was my secret trip. Surprise! Are you guys surprised? I don't know. That's where I went. And what's in Minnesota, you ask? Well, my family's in Minnesota. This is gonna be really, really hard to explain. So I'm going to have to draw a diagram for you in order to explain what's up with this trip. I'll be right back. And you'll see why I need a diagram. I'll be right back. What's a color that like everyone can see? Is it okay if I use red? We're getting Christmas vibes right now and I'm really excited. Okay. Just look down. So, let's start off this diagram by introducing, can you see that? This is my dad. So, he was gonna stay, in, Illinois. He's gonna stay there. He's gonna stay in Illinois. And so, he was gonna go by himself. Now, imagine this little tiny bean, like really tiny, super tiny, okay? That's me. So my mom and my dad were having a conversation downstairs, and this was during May. My dad was like, oh, I'm so excited to go to this Foo Fighters concert. I'm gonna go to Illinois. You gotta stay with me, okay? I was like, hey, can I come? And he was like, sure. And then we called, hold on, I gotta draw them real quick. So we called my aunt and uncle, and they were like, come earlier. Come to Minnesota on July 13th. And I was just like, okay. I stayed in, this is the state of Minnesota. Minnesota. So I flew out separately from my dad. So my dad's here, I'm here, and then guess what? We were gonna stay in Michigan. We were going to take a road trip out there because these two, my aunt and uncle, they have a little house in Michigan. And their house is in Escanaba. And if you don't know where Escanaba is, I don't think anyone knows where Escanaba is. So I went with all these guys. Okay, we all went together to Escanaba. And my dad went separately to Escanaba, but he was with, you guessed it, you read the title of this video, he was with my grandma. Did you get all that? We were gonna surprise my grandma. We did. I don't know why I'm speaking as if it didn't happen. Anyway, so going to Minnesota was really, really awesome. Here's some clips of me in the plane going to Minnesota. The guy in the plane sitting next to me, he was conducting to his music. So I really felt right at home. And a couple of flight attendants came past me and they tapped me on the shoulder and they're like, hey, are you an actress? And if so, what movie were you in? And I told them that I wasn't an actress and that I never leave my house. So probably Home Alone. That would be the movie I started. Getting there was so much fun. Loved it. I stayed at my aunt and uncle's house for like maybe a week. Oh God. Oh no. Please end my suffering. So the road trip up to Escanaba, Michigan, where the beach house is, where all our plans were going to be unraveled. It's a 5-hour road trip up there. Whoa. I was just gonna fix my camera. Now I'm like diagonal and I feel like not straight. Please stop. What is this? So the road trip up to Escanaba was really, really fun. So we saw some corn. That was really exciting to look at. I have never seen that much corn in my life. And then just when I thought that there was no more corn to be had, there was another field of corn. And then the next field, there was more corn. We went to another city in Wisconsin and there was more corn. And just when I thought that there was no more corn, and I was really sad about that, I looked to the other side of me and there was corn. And that made me pretty happy and excited to be in the Midwest. We got to Escanaba right on time. 20 to 15 minutes after we arrived, my cousins came and it was really poppin'. Love them a lot. So now it was time, the moment to be had, the moment of here comes the moment. We had a plan to surprise my grandma. And our plan was very elaborate. I was going to sit in the hot tub, which is located, so here's the house, you know, and then like right here, this is where the hot tub is, and then you go out, right? And then you look this way, and that's the beach. So you got it. My grandma would have to pass by the hot tub in order to go look at the lake. So my uncle and me were like, oh, it would be really funny if like we had like a little timer in the bottom left corner. How long will it take for Mama to notice that I am actually there and I'm in the hot tub and I'm there? But then it started raining because whenever people from Seattle visit other places, it just starts raining. It's like we bring depression and despair. So we had to come up with a new plan. And the new plan was I was gonna hide in my uncle and aunt's room. My uncle was like, everybody will be settled, my grandma and my dad will show up and everyone's gonna talk, blah blah blah, and then everyone's gonna sit down. My uncle would say that like, dinner, like, do you want dinner, Mama? And Mama will say, oh, I don't know. Oh, Chop, I don't know, maybe. And then I'd pop up and say, hey, when are the pasties gonna be done? If you don't know what pasties are, it's an Escanaba delicacy. So it's time for the mission to begin.
Okay, Mama and my dad should be here any minute. I just went in the water and it's raining really hard, so change of plans. We're gonna surprise her indoors. I'm so nervous. Okay, they're here. I'm so nervous. Mama, we're gonna surprise you, Mama. You don't know I'm here, Mama.
So I'm sitting in that room, right? And they were taking a really long time. Because my grandma, she talks a lot, and it's where I get it from, so I had to be really patient.
They've been taking like 10 minutes,
And then my uncle comes, and this is what happens. Please enjoy.
Hey,
Yeah?
are you hungry?
No, do you have any water?
Yeah, what time are the pasties gonna be done?
Oh, look it! Oh my my goodness, my goodness, what, I can't believe this. How did you get here?
She swam.
I swam here.
Oh my gosh, I don't believe this. Oh, and did you know this, Craig?
Yeah.
Everybody's here that matters.
You died.
The only
Gonna
one.
see.
Yeah, look, I'm wearing your shirt.
Oh, great. Did you get it today?
No, you gave it to me.
Probably Goodwill.
Now everybody's here that matters.
Now I'm
See, you just said everyone's here.
Were you hiding or were you just?
Yeah, I was hiding in there.
Well, you just came
She's-
out now.
Yeah.
Susie.
Yeah, I just came
We
out.
all knew she was
Well, how
here.
did she get
She's
here?
been in Woodbury for a week and a half.
No.
Yeah.
She's been in Minnesota.
She hasn't either.
Yeah.
How did you get to Woodbury?
My grandma, she was, as I say, shooketh to the core. She didn't recognize me at first, and it took her a really long time to like put two and two together. She was like, "Oh, who are you?" And she was just in utter disbelief, and it was just so cute. I think the thing that really tripped her up was that my dad and me, we flew in separately. Because usually, like, I travel together with my family when we go out there, so because it was just a separate entity, it tripped her up. So, Minnesota and Escanaba, it was so much fun. I loved being with my dad's side of the family again. I only see my dad's side of the family maybe once a year, if we're really lucky. I don't see them that much, so the fact that I got to spend like 3 weeks with them, it was just really awesome. I was laughing so hard every single day, and that's why my family is just so amazing, because you cannot talk to them for maybe like 3 years, but the second you reunite, you're just like, it's like you talked yesterday to them. And that's just called being best friends. Yeah, so that was me surprising my grandma. Thanks for watching. Thanks for seeing how cute my grandma is. And just thanks for everything. You know, you guys are like really cool and I appreciate that. Adios, amigos. I have to take this off. Oh my gosh, I'm the hottest I've ever been in my life.